What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We are here day 2 of PRI, and I ran into Matthew Fetty, and he has, what is it, the world's fastest 6.0 PowerStorke?
I don't know if it's the world's fastest, but it's boogieing down the track pretty
sick.
good.
As you guys seen in the title and thumbnail, it is a ProCharged 6.0. It means it has no turbos. It has a gear-driven compressor on the front of it. For a lot of you guys that don't know what that is, we'll get in here and show you some pictures of it and videos in a moment. But can you give us a little bit of info on it? What kind of fuel system you're running? You're running a Huey system still, you said?
Right now, we are still running a Huey system on it. We're running a Thumper 2 high-pressure oil pump.
Okay.
We're running a 5-stage dry sump system on the low-pressure side to accommodate bearing, oiling, and all that.
So let me stop you right there. So guys, a lot of my viewers are new to the performance game.
Okay.
So when he says dry sump, that means there is no actual oil pan where oil sits. It has an oil tank that sits on the side of the engine that holds all of his oil. It has a remote oil filter, so you don't use the factory. Obviously, you don't use the factory oil filter on the 6.0.
Correct.
But as a dry sump, that's for engines that spin a lot higher RPMs and really don't have room to run an oil pan.
Correct.
All right, so what else we got?
Okay, so we basically run the dry sump oil system to feed both the bearings and the high-pressure oil pump. From there, basically it's
Feeding your high pressure oil pump.
feeding the high-pressure oil pump, and then in turn we're still running conventional style injector through River City Diesel.
Now, are the injector size a secret, or?
Nope, I tell you whatever you want to know. It's a 300, 200 injector that has had some internal mods done, so they're flowing a little over 300 and a little bit more than 200% over on the nozzles. At this point in time, we're still searching for fuel. We're trying to get as much as we can out of the injectors, but right now we're able to clean those injectors 100% with this setup.
Well, I'm going to get some videos from you off your phone before we leave out of here. But before we get too far, I want to walk over here and show them the truck that we're sitting here talking about. This thing is absolutely amazing. Now, can you tell me what, obviously it's a Ford truck, but what year and what model were we working with here?
So it's a 1964 F100. Originally started life in my possession as an old ranch truck.
Oh, really?
It was
Okay.
a actual ranch truck.
So you have lots of body work in this thing.
Oh,
'Cause this
yeah.
truck is absolutely beautiful. You said it's an all steel cab still. There's no, the only thing is fiberglass is the bed and the front cowling you've got there.
Correct. So it's
So it's
original
all
doors,
steel.
original windows, original handles, glass. The only thing that, obviously there's a lot of things that aren't stock on it anymore.
All the way down to the wood grain steering wheel we've got going on in there. That's what I'm talking about.
We like to keep a little humor in the system here. So
Now, what transmission are you running in this truck?
we're running a Bruno drive in front of a Lenco 5-speed transmission. So basically it allows us to run it as an automatic until you lock the converter. It does have a Neil Chance, the racing converter.
Bolt together converter.
It is.
Okay.
And so basically it allows you to run it as an automatic until you lock the converter. Once you do that, it becomes a manual transmission. You shift the transmission
So
manually.
he has to manually shift. You've got how many? 4 shifters in there?
Correct. It is a 5-speed.
So in that short 8th mile, you're hitting 5 gears, 4 different levers. That is some
Right.
serious reaction. You've got to be on top of your game there. Now, is that a radio you got in there, or is that a switch panel?
That's a switch
That's
panel.
a big old master kill you got in there. Oh boy.
That is where the original stereo was, though.
You've got all kinds of race packed.
Yep.
Now, do you still use your wipers and lights there, or are those just for show?
Those are just for
show, okay.
But it does, however, use the factory ignition switch. So this truck will not run without the original key.
Okay.
You have to turn it on just like you would anything else. The start button is on the big relay box there.
Okay. So that's the start button, not the master kill.
No, that is master kill.
Okay, that's master kill.
But that kills your fuel pump.
Everything.
It kills everything, basically, other than the engine side, harness side. So without the key on, or I should say when you hit the e-stop, it kills the exterior functions outside of the PCM. PCM's still alive, but it will kill everything else.
So let's look up what we got going on here. What size ProCharger are we working with up here?
Right now, this is a F3R139.
That's a big dog.
It's pretty good size.
What size compressor wheel is in there?
You know, it's got the Steve Morris mods in it, and I'm not real sure all the.
It's just really big.
It's big, exactly. It does a good job.
And that's a custom watered air intake you built there?
Correct. All of this has all been built at my shop. So the intake itself is all made out of billet. It was made piece by piece. Specifically, the intake runners themselves are a 2-piece part out of 1-inch billet plate.
Billet plate, okay.
Yep. And then we built the water-cooled intercooler into the intake.
Top of it.
Yes.
Now, what kind of boost pressure are you seeing on something like this?
Right now, we're seeing about 40 pounds of boost.
Wow, okay.
At best, depending on air quality, obviously.
Okay.
That goes away if the temperature is not right or the corrected altitude is.
Thin air.
Yes.
And you're running zoomies on this?
We are.
There is no turbos after this head on this diesel engine. You just got zoomies coming right out the side.
The nice thing is we do run a race pack configuration on this, so we're able to monitor
everything.
Every single cylinder, and we can tell you if we have an injector issue brewing or something
going on up in there.
Yeah.
So guys, the truck does not have an oil pan. We're talking about it has a dry sump. So it has a pan just to collect the oil that falls. And then the oil pump that he has set up on the other side that runs off of a belt sucks that oil right out of there immediately. And it goes right into this tank, and it's filled. Where's your filter at? So you have a filter inside the tank, or you have a remote filter?
On the other side, on the motor plate.
So this is the actual oil pan, but it's considered an oil tank, and that's where the oil stays at. I can imagine this is probably a bird to change oil in.
Actually, it's not.
No?
It changes pretty easily. It's got one drain plug on the bottom of the storage tank here.
So how much oil does this engine actually hold now?
We're sitting at about 4 gallons when this is in operation.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the time you get all the galleys full and the pumps and all the lines associated with the pumps, it's about 4 gallons.
So you're running no cooling system on it?
We are running. We do run a radiator. It's in the back.
Okay.
It is remote pump, so the pump is back there. Now, with that being said, we don't have to run fans on it because it doesn't get hot enough to do it. We actually struggle to make temperature, and it actually has to run for
to get warmer,
about
to warm up.
15 to 20 minutes before it's even at operating temperature.
Okay. Well, awesome. Let's walk around the truck right quick. And you're running a big tire on the back here?
I do.
Now, how hard is it to change the tires on this?
It's very simple. You have 2 Zeus
okay,
fasteners.
so it's a full bedside comes off the
We pull
truck.
the whole bedside off, and you have unlimited access
Okay.
to everything under the back. So any kind of a suspension change that needs to take place, it's double adjustable, strange engineering. We're running a competition engineering housing that's been narrowed, obviously.
Now, are these custom bedsides you had made?
Actually, the funny part about it is they did not offer a short bed fiberglass body for this.
Really?
So we actually ordered a long bed side, and the guys that did the chassis work, Greg's Speed Shop in Nebraska, had to cut about a 12-inch section
Off
out
of
the
it?
back of the panel.
Oh, wow.
So this has all
So
been
been
shortened.
remolded?
Yeah, this has all been shortened to accommodate. And actually, it wasn't in the back; it was up front.
In the front?
Took the
Okay.
fan out. So they just shortened up the front and put it on, and it actually.
We got a
looks
single
really
chute
nice.
back here, and you are the big tire champion of Colorado, you say?
Yes, sir.
Against gas cars, all of them.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
So this is
I know
this is a
it's
small grudge race circuit.
Yeah, so basically we have four races throughout the year, and I was lucky enough to win the belt for the last race, so I get to keep the belt all winter.
Okay.
So it's going on my turkey
So someone
day.
tries to take it from you.
Exactly, it goes on my Christmas tree. It's on the mantle.
On everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but this entire truck has custom airbrushing everywhere. Yeah, let's throw it on there. Wow, that is incredible. He said that it went to 3 different body shops, not because none of them weren't capable of getting the job done, but he had everything done in stages to make this thing look like a show truck, and it definitely is. It is beautiful. Well, Matthew, I want to tell you thank you for giving us some information on the truck. I'm definitely going to steal some videos from him, so make sure you guys check those out right after we finish up here, and hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and make sure you do have you have any social media at all?
Team Punisher has a page
On Facebook?
On Facebook,
Okay.
and I also personally have one. It's Matt Fetty. So
Okay, well, make sure you guys go check all that out, and you can stay up to date with him. I will make sure Matt gets some better videos for us and get someone to do some good filming for us so we can see all the future stuff coming up. And so you're here at PRI, and what did you get brought to PRI for?
We were brought as a featured vehicle for the show, and Rottler Machine Company, which is who provides the machining equipment for Diesel Doctors of Tennessee,
Yep.
who is sponsoring the engine side of the build at this point.
Okay.
So they wanted us to bring the truck up so that they could, so that people like yourselves can actually see what kind of technology is behind this in the machining world.
And this is pretty much all one-off custom stuff on this truck.
Absolutely. There's the only thing that's
no
stock
kits
in
for
this thing.
this.
Yeah, the only thing that's stock in this is the crankshaft and the pistons, and those are even modified.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Well, I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
We'll be around. We'll maybe catch you later in the show, and look forward to seeing this truck out in action again.
Excellent.
It's gonna be sick. So after making waves, you've seen that really cool interview I did with the 6.0 PowerStorke back there. We found the Jammo Performance Exhaust booth, and this Michael Dalton's Orange Crush drag truck is so sick. It's a 1500 two-wheel drive. And I've been talking to Jammo, and they are going to be working with us on the flatbed and all of our upcoming projects in the shop to get us set up with the, because Jammo is the only company that we use for all the exhaust kits literally on every vehicle that comes to the shop. So they're going to be setting us up with some exhaust for the 7.3 PowerStorke that just came in that we're building, which is going to be so sick. And maybe, most likely, I'm going to talk him into getting us set up with one of the stainless stacks for the flat nasty, because these things look freaking sick. I mean, absolutely so sick. So I can't wait to get one of these put on the flatbed. I may put a muffler on it, I don't know yet. But their mufflers are so sick because they use a stainless steel mesh inside of those. So that is definitely something really, really cool. But drop a comment down below if you guys want to see the black stack stay on it or put a Jammo stainless steel stack on it. It is pretty freaking sick. After making my rounds to a lot of the other sponsors and everything you've seen around here, I found the South Bend clutch guys. You all know that that is all we run in the flatbed and soon to be 7.3 liter, our OBS project. I just spoke to them about what clutch we're going to run in our 7.3. They said something around organic ceramics, like a half and half clutch rated for right around 450 horsepower. So make sure you guys go check them out. You know, they're always in the link below, description below. And they make clutches for everything, all the way from your cars, Subarus. So go check their website out right now. This is the almost similar dual disc setup that we have in the flatbed now, where you have a flywheel, your first clutch disc, and you have a center plate, another clutch disc, and your pressure plate. So you have two clutch discs in here for all the holding power right here. And they also have quiet line of clutches. For a lot of dual disc clutches are very, very loud, and they have these little dampeners on them right here that keep them nice and quiet from making lots of noise. So make sure you check them out. And then they also have a sled pulling style clutch over here, which is 3 discs, so all the holding power right there. After leaving the South Bend clutch booth, where else we walk to other than the Suncoast Transmissions booth? And right here we have Ryan Milliken's Green Nova with the billet aluminum Cummins engine in it, and Bobby Ducote's new big tire Grudge race car, and it has got a sick billet aluminum engine sitting in there. This thing is freaking 787 cubic inches. That is freaking nuts. And Ryan's car is right here, and you guys can see that billet motor under there and that TH400 transmission. And it is a leaf sprung car. Yes, there's no coilovers. It still has leaf springs back there, so it is the fastest leaf sprung door slammer car in the world, which is pretty it is very impressive actually. So I'm gonna go up here and get underneath the front of the car. It's got a carbon fiber front bumper. That billet motor sitting in there is definitely something else. These guys definitely have the coolest booth, hands down, I think. Last but not least, before we get out of the show, I wanted to come over here to you guys, as you've seen in the thumbnail, and check out the welder up rig. This thing is so sick. It's got a 4BT P-pumped Cummins compound turbo on the back running the welder. Then he's got a compound turbo 12 valve P-pumped engine up here in the front. I think it's got an NV 4500 in there also. They don't have the doors open, so I'm gonna try to kind of sneak it in there. You can kind of see a little bit what's going on, but it's a full custom built frame. It's got Dodge Dana 60 front, Dana 80 rear, big old semi tires and wheels on it. Operating winch that works off of a PTO drive. That's pretty sick. And it does have the PTO drive down there on the side of the transmission, and the compound turbos. It's sitting here at the XDP booth. And this thing is absolutely sick. They said that the 110 outlet works there, the welder works, everything works, the nitrous even works, and it has a fast fuel pump sitting right up there, all done up nice and neat. And this thing is so nice. That is pretty much a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys like it. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and drop some comments down below on a lot of the things that we went over in the video today, and we will catch you guys later. Peace out.